the messaging, I think, is very, very confusing. So I think we as an industry, we need to, shoulder the burden for that, if you like. So the messaging from banks is very confusing for end users. It's very technical. So customers typically get a message saying you need to do something about ISO 20022. To someone that doesn't work in banking and payments, it means nothing. And on top of that, and we as an industry haven't given very clear guidance to people who are not in the industry as to what needs to be done by when. And then I think the other really big thing is that I think we as an industry are glossing over the fact that this is a multi-phase project. Okay, so part of the reason that banks are holding back, I think, in some very direct communication, is that their own internal projects are multi-year projects. So they're going to gradually be rolling out different levels of compliance with ISO 20022, which therefore means that their customers need to be able to deal with a differing sort of target, if you like, in terms of what they need to be giving to the bank. I think we should be much more upfront about that with everyone in the industry, because it's okay from an IT perspective to have a moving target as long as you know that from the outset. You can build that into your technology solution. So I think what we're seeing is people grappling with all of those issues, and that's why not enough people have started given the deadlines that we've got. So I think for banks, my advice would just be much more direct. So at the moment, we're sending out messages that say, here's some information around ISO 20022, and we're not very direct about some of the deadlines. I think we've got to be much clearer. The message said, you need to change your systems by May. People would read it and act on it. So I think we're going to be much clearer. We're going to lose some of the jargon around ISO 20022 is pretty meaningless to people outside of the banking industry. And I think we start talking the language of enriched data or richer data and talk about the benefits, okay? And the benefits of that richer data set, both for being able to reduce fraud and erroneous payments, or even enable better analysis of spend, to richer data to enhance reconciliation, or matching rates and faster close times, etc. So to talk about all the benefits rather than just purely talking about sort of the technology changes that are needed. And I think the one final point is, I think banks have to be much clearer about the multi-phase nature of these projects, which is that you are going to have to, change the data that you're sending to the bank probably 2 or 3 times over the next 3 years. Better to be upfront about that so that everyone can bake that into their project plans and the way they think about their technology builds, rather than sort of dripping in bit by bit.